times to see you.
Yeah.
Did I ask what was discussed?
Nothing. I mean, she just wanted. I would never ever disclose any information. That's the first thing to say.
Yeah.
She wanted to come in and just basically, comes in because she's concerned about you. That's the main issue, and she wants to tell me things that she's concerned about, but I'd never ever disclose any information about what's happening. All I can say is that I encourage her to ask you to come in and see me. That's all.
She really needs to apply for permission because she's not your patient, is she?
Yeah.
So for her to come and see you, no one can. If you're not a patient, you can't walk in off the street and come and see someone. You need to have written consent. Can I ask how many times she's been in?
She's been not recently. She only came in recently.
Yeah.
And she came in last year a couple of times just to express concern.
What were her concerns?
I think she was concerned that you were being harassed.
Yeah.
That was the main concern, really. That she was kind of trying to convey to me that you were being harassed and that she thought you were vulnerable and needed some support. That was the main issue.
And what was discussed in the last meeting with her?
She wants to let me know that she feels Zoe's being harassed, concerned about institutional problems and counsellors. Advice again, I'm not able to disclose information and encourage Zoe to come and see me.
Okay.
I think she's just worried about you.
I'm just interested because normally you would need written permission before, because I can't just walk into any surgery and see a doctor. You'd be refused. So I was just interested, kind of, what was being said, because I have spoken to her. I've pleaded her to stop going and seeing this counsellor, Julian Thornbrook, because he works with the father of my children, Roger.
Okay.
And every time she goes there and complains and calls Roger this, a paedophile and that, and I get intimidated.
Right.
And I've asked her to stop, and she keeps going. And I had a discussion with her where she said she wasn't. I don't know. I mean, I was just interested really as well what was being said. That's great that she's worried, but you do need to have permission for anyone to walk in. If they're not your patient, they can't come and see you. You need to talk to me first, don't you?
I think if they just want to come and express concern,
Yeah.
I can listen, but I can't tell them anything. And look, if you really don't want me to engage with her, I won't. But
It's just, I would rather my mother spoke to me first.
Yeah,
It's about
absolutely.
boundaries, do you know what I mean? Because she has also caused a lot of my intimidations, because she's caused a lot of problems by going to the council. And because Roger's very close with Councillor Julian Thornbrook, he tells Roger, when she's going in there, I get the intimidation. And so I just wanted, I'm trying to I need her to speak to me first. She doesn't understand, I get it, not her.
Have you spoken to her about that?
Yes, but she's unable to stop, and it's, so I'm just, a bit.
I mean, I think it's difficult when we have, family members who have a great concern for someone's welfare, that we sometimes will just see them but not discuss them, I would never discuss.
And did you feel did you get, what sort of, so she was worried about my welfare, and she spoke about the fact I was being intimidated.
Yeah. That's all she mentioned, to be honest. It's difficult when she does come in and does want to see me, and I see her for a short period of time, and I haven't seen, this is the first time I've seen her recently. She was more concerned about you when you had the problems last year,
See, what would be better is, to go and see a lawyer, really, than to keep coming in. Because I don't really know how you can help me with the intimidation.
No, that's right.
That's what I'm trying to explain to her.
Yeah, I think that's
because
right.
she said she's getting intimidated too. And so by coming and just speaking to you, it doesn't really help our situation, does it?
I mean, I think that's right. But I suppose I was just concerned that she might have wanted to impart some information that I could, help you with.
Right.
But I don't think she has. I think she's just imparting concern.
So now I'm an adult of 46, 45, not 46 yet. And so I'm not kind of mentally retarded or anything like that. So if you feel she might have some information that might be helpful to you, then you really need to ask my... talk to me about
So
that. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe I haven't done it the right way. I think all I'm saying is that she comes in, she is expressing concern. I see her for a short period of time, and I haven't, this hasn't happened recently, probably on one occasion. And on those occasions, I would never ever disclose any information about you. And I can't even say,
I mean, I'm not. It's not that I'm worried about you disclosing information to her. I'm just concerned about the whole procedure that she's been coming in and you've been both discussing things without my consent. And you've just said that you do allow her to come in just in case she has any added information that might be helpful to you.
So, any concern? I mean, it's not a concern for you.
The other thing I wanted to speak about was now the other doctor. What's her name? Who's in surgery today?
Dr. Hull?
No.
Dr. Wong?
No.
Dr. Kuna?
No.
Dr. Elliott?
Dr. Elliott.
Okay.
Now I came in to see Dr. Elliott with Rose a while back. She needed some cream for her hand, which I don't smell. And Dr. Elliott was concerned. Do you remember I spoke about this before about why her foot was in this special boot, and why she had crutches.
Right.
And Rose said she had gone to see a paediatrician, kind of a clinic in Belsize Park.
Right.
And has any of this been discussed with you? Maybe I better talk to Dr. Elliott about that. Because, you see, Rose told Dr. Elliott that she had gone to somewhere in Belsize Park. Now, I googled this place, Belsize Park, and it's a private clinic. What they call them for? Podiatrists. And the man that runs it is one of the fathers at Christopher Hatton School. Now, for some reason, Dr. Rose said that she came here and saw a doctor, and they referred her to somewhere in Belsize Park, which is a private clinic, and then the private clinic referred her to the hospital, UCH. And I spoke to his secretary in Belsize Park and asked if they would send me the information, the diagnosis, and they never did. And so I came back and I spoke to Dr. Elliott about it, and she said, well, there's no, and I spoke to Dr. Wong, I think Dr. Elliott, she said, well, there isn't any problem with her going to a private clinic, is there? And I just said, well, I'm just intrigued why she referred there and then to UCH. And then when I spoke, and I asked Roger as well, and he confirmed it, and then when I spoke to Roger again, he denied it. And so I'd like to just, maybe I should speak to Dr. Elliott about it, please. Because when I did speak to a doctor about it again, I think it was Dr. Wong, she said, well, no, we referred her straight to UCH. But with Dr. Elliott, Rose had told her she'd been referred to Belsize Park first. Because at the time,
She was referred to podiatry in March.
yeah.
That looks like an NHS referral.
Yeah, so this is what happened when I came to see Dr. Wong. But when I saw Dr. Elliott with Rose, she said, Dr. Elliott questioned her and said, this is very unusual.
Yeah.
What is it that's wrong with your leg? And Rose said it was Sears.
Right.
And Dr. Elliott said that this is very unusual treatment for a start, for you to have this boot on and these crutches, you know. And Rose said, she questioned her a bit more, and Rose said she went to somewhere in Belsize Park.
One spoke to someone, Tom Mole,
Yeah.
podiatrist. Only in the private sector is podiatrist 3 different roles. He said he did speak to you, has checked his notes, and there's 3 practices and cannot find the record appointment with Rose Jeffs or notes of seeing her unless she's under a different name.
No, because this is the thing, because there's a photograph of a father from Christopher Hatton's, well, he's a boyfriend, one of the mothers.
Right.
And it's the only podiatrist in Belsize Park, and it's private. And I'm just wondering why Rose told Dr. Elliott that she had been there when she hadn't. And so maybe I wondered if all 3 of us could speak to Dr. Elliott about this. Because she was concerned about the treatment. I mean, first of all, what is Sears? Why has she got this boot on and crutches? And where did she go? And Rose said Belsize Park. And so did Roger. But when I went back and spoke with Roger, again, he denied it. And so...
She's still got the boot on?
No. No, but she had it on for 3 months.
Right.
And also when I went to the hospital and I got the medical information about what was wrong with her leg, there wasn't anything wrong with her leg. It was just a sore heel. So I don't know why she was giving crutches and a boot. Yeah, 3 months. Because that's what you do with a sort of broken leg, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's a letter from Mr. Youngman's clinic.
Where's that?
That's orthopedics at UCH.
Okay.
Which says diagnosis possible calcium upper fasciitis, which is inflammation of the heel. I reviewed this 13-year-old with dad and Jen today. For the last few months, she was pain in her heel. She got severe working conditions in 3 weeks. She plays netball at school. On examination, she does have tenderness over the heel, no Achilles tendon,
So, no Achilles tendon tenderness.
no tenderness, no pain. Possibly shows increased sclerosis. So the boot came from the hospital.
Yes, I know, but I'm just wondering why Rose told Dr. Elliott she'd gone to Belsize Park, and why did Rose call it Severed? So could we speak to Dr. Elliott about it?
I mean, I can ask Dr.
Is she not back until next week? Okay. Because I think she'll remember, because she was quite concerned why she was still walking around. You know, what was Sever, she asked her, and why was she still... It was an unusual thing to prescribe for... So, because Rose described it as in a kind of Achilles tendon problem, that her Achilles tendon's growing too fast or something, but...
Well, that's what that letter is kind of suggesting. I mean, calcineal can be that bit there, where the Achilles tendon is, so, I mean, that would fit in with that.
But I'm just... So Dr. Elliot was sort of... She was the one that brought my attention to it, because, you know, I was just told by Rose and Roger, and Rose and Roger said she'd gone to Belsize Park, and Rose had also told Dr. Elliot she'd gone to Belsize Park. And when I spoke to Roger the second time, he denied it. And when I looked on when I googled Belsize Park, there was only one clinic, and it was the boyfriend of one of the parents.
This person Tom is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we've asked, and he said
I know, but
see her.
I know what I'm concerned is Roger is involving Rose in playing. It's not healthy behaviour for a father and a daughter to lie, say they've gone to Belsize Park, for me to look to see where this clinic is and to see a photograph of the boyfriend of one of the parents from Christopher Hatton Primary School. Now, we came and spoke. I brought Rose in. Roger asked me to bring Rose in to see Dr. Elliot, because he was working. And we spoke to Dr. Elliot, and Dr. Elliot said, you know, questioned Rose, you know, about her foot, not just about her eczema, and said, where did you go? Because nothing's on our records yet. That's like she looked on the records and nothing had come up yet. And Rose said, somewhere in Belsize Park.
Okay, so we've never received any correspondence.
No, so I'm not saying. All I'm asking is, I'd like to know.
Do you think
I'd like to talk to. I don't think she did go. I think it was just a game.
A game, right?
That Roger's playing on me, and that he's involving parents from the school and my daughter, who's only 13. So I'd like to talk to Dr. Elliot about the discussion that day with my daughter.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Could we maybe all, if I could speak to both of you, you know, if you're not busy, otherwise I can just speak to her.
Okay.
And
I mean,
Dr.
I'm
Elliot.
happy to, I think the best option is for me to speak to Dr. Elliot and then you to come and see her.
Okay.
Actually, I think that would be the best option.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, looking at this, to be honest with you...
I mean, I'm not... The records say one thing,
Yeah.
but when we came to see Dr. Elliot, another conversation was discussed, and my daughter told her that she went to Belsize Park. So I'd like to just have a chat with Dr. Elliot just to talk about that, confirm it. Not that I'm accusing the surgery of anything. All I need to do is...
Understand, yeah.
No, not understand, but I find this a bit of a problem that... Now, Dr. Elliot heard this. Rose said she went to Belsize Park. Dr. Elliot was worried about, you know, she questioned Rose about what was Sears, and, you know, it's an unusual thing for her to still be in a boot and crutches after 2 months. So I'm just wanting to just gather a bit of information just to confirm that conversation with Dr. Elliot, because I'm very worried about my 13-year-old child being brought in with Roger and his friends' games to try and kind of unbalance me. And it's one thing for them to do it to me, but to involve a 13-year-old child, it's abuse and it's wrong. And it's certainly nothing, no smear on the surgery. I'm just wanting to speak to her to confirm the conversation. And I did briefly speak to her, and she said, well, yes, she did say that, but she didn't. They, you know, it's not on the records, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the issue here, okay? It's nothing to do with the surgery. It's just I would like. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I think come in and see. I'm not speak to Dr. Elliot, but maybe come in and see her and just ask her.
I'm very worried. You know, with Rose, Roger he's very frightened to let me near her. Now, I've had really nice times with Rose. There've been times where I'm cooking food and she wants to stay, and then she gets a phone call from her father, and she gets all nervous and has to go. And she's 13, it's a very influential, they can be very influenced, children this age. And the fact that this game was played on me, where I was told she went to Belsize Park, and then when I looked, it was one of the, the boyfriend from one of the parents at the school. And now, if Roger and his friends had been doing it to me, that's one thing, but they're getting a child involved too. And she's not being allowed. It's important that she has a relationship with her mother. Now, she's upset about the fact that I had a breakdown in, 2013, 14. But I haven't got a breakdown now. I'm not having a breakdown now. And I feel that Roger's got some very unhealthy people around him, and he needs to deal, because they're encouraging a child in this. And this isn't healthy behaviour, it's abuse. Okay? It's a nightmare. Yeah. All right. So Dr. Elliot is in next week.
Yeah.
Shall I just see what time she's on walk-in and come?
Okay.
Oh, you're going to speak to her first.
Do you want to book an appointment with her?
I can try, but normally it's quite a quiet period, isn't it?
With her.
Yeah.
And then I can speak to her and outline the concern that you have.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not it's not an accusation against the surgery.
No.
I just want confirmation of
Sure.
that conversation because I'm worried about my daughter and about her being involved in the game. She's 13.
Okay.
And the other thing is, could I have some Valium?
Okay.
Thank you.